Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, Pole Butterfly Journey. My name is Michelle, and in today's video, I am going to answer the question of, is it okay for good girls to pole dance? So when I talk about good girls, I mean you're a woman that, you've been a good girl pretty much all your life. You've never found yourself doing anything scandalous or anything because, you want people to look at you like you are responsible, like you are a woman to be taken seriously. And you want to have this sense of grace and elegance. And, you don't want people to think bad things about you. And when it comes to pole dancing, a lot of times people will think if you're in pole dancing, a lot of times they may think you're a hoe. They may think that you have no respect for yourself, that you just be, in and out of relationships with guys and stuff like that, you'll take your clothes off for anybody, all that kind of stuff. And recently I've heard something about like girls having BBLs, like, that BBLs, like that kind of falls in line with pole dance and girls being in clubs and all that. And in terms of being a good girl, being a lady, carrying yourself with grace and elegance and things like that, good girls can pole dance. All right. I think women, I don't feel like there's only one type of woman that's good or bad. I think women have, women can be, they can decide to be good, bad. They can be whoever they want to be. We all have parts of ourselves where, we may be having a good day, and things are going great. And sometimes we may be having a bad day if the day started off and we stumped our toe, or we got yelled at by our boss at work and stuff, or we're stuck in traffic and we're trying to get home. I mean, there's good and bad experiences with everything. And so, what I want to say is if you're a woman and you want to get into pole dance, there is nothing wrong with it. Even if you're a woman and you find yourself, being very straight laced and, you never involve yourself in anything scandalous, getting in pole dancing is it's really about finding confidence. It's about getting healthy. And pole dance is also about, it's about building connections with people. That's really what it's about. So thank you for watching. Bye.